today together because that's actually what really makes more sense. They are very similar in format, just some slight differences. So this is my Erin Condren. I love the heavy laminated covers. I also use bands. Those will come in the accessories video probably next week. But this is what I currently have. This is my current week. I have the hourly vertical format. So this is my month view, and it goes from Sunday to Saturday with notes along the side. And then the hourly view, I'll flip forward and actually I'll move to one that isn't all filled up in that for you so you can see. Goes from 6 a.m. down to 7 p.m. There's to-do lists and that on the side. Half-hour increments and that on each line. The vertical format, not hourly, just has lines. And the horizontal format has blocks going this way that are straight, obviously. I can't motion straight. But I have found that I love this binding. It's heavier. The covers, one of the marketing things that they have is different covers. So for me, I have different messages for different days. It's all about how you use your planner and what works for you. So don't quit your daydream. She believed a life. She designed a life she loved. Can't read upside down and in cursive. These are just inspirational ones that I like. Do what you love what you do. Shannon Becker with My Hearts. My stepdaughter, who is autistic, actually picked that one out for me, so that one is pretty special in here. And then Wherever You Go, do with all your heart. This was actually my first one that got me into 31. Be brave. Some days we all need that. And then my last one before my planner actually starts is my values. Just a little check reminder of the things that are important to me. You can customize this to be whatever you want it to be, but I saw the idea on the Erin Condren site and I loved it, so I went with it, customized it my own way, and yeah, so I keep that as a reminder for me to touch base with whenever I feel I'm straying. So that is the Erin Condren. They also have accessories such as divider pages. I have one in here for the Service Dog Academy that I work for as well. And then your notes pages. Also handy dandly in here. Bound into the wire binding is a zip pouch for you to put things in. I have just some tab indicators and that in here. But the rest of the accessories I'll go over in the accessories video because those are just add-ins that you add based on what your choices are. So this is where I'm at. Actually, this is earlier in the month. This is where I'm at today. And as you can see, color coding is important to me. That's how I do my organization, color coding and highlighting. I'm just now getting into the washi tape and the stickers, so those will be coming as well in the accessories, but I've started a little bit of embellishment. So Erin Condren, heavier duty covers, heavy duty binding, can be customized in terms of format, but not in terms of what additional sections can be added in. Now flipping over to the plum paper, they are very similar, heavy duty bindings. The difference in the covers is that they have a clear coat, lightweight mill that goes over to protect, and then they have, they're flexible. So I do have a couple of them on here as well. This is my purple one, and this is my owls. Didn't even know that owls were going to be in the catalog when I ordered this. Yay me. I just love owls. I apologize for the noises that you're hearing in the background. I have my service dog in here with me videotaping this morning, and he is just a puppy, so he's entertaining himself. So as far as the plum paper formats go, month is tabbed and has a starter page of what your goals are, birthdays and events, and things to remember for the month. Just quick little reminders. Then there's a notes page. Then it goes into the monthly format, and with notes and that alongside. I think that's great. Gives me an idea of I don't have to mess up my calendar pages with the things that I want to remind myself about. The paper quality is very smooth, high quality. And then moving into the weekly format, I also I do the hourly format. It's a must for my organization. So there's to-do lists over here, notes. There's checkmark boxes down at the bottom for you to fill in things. And then this one goes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it goes Monday through Sunday. So it starts your work week first and then ends on the Sunday. Really, that's the only difference in the calendars. And the vertical format, once again, just has the lines. It does not have the hours on it, but it does still have the checkmark boxes at the bottom for you to do task lists. And the horizontal format has lines as well. I don't believe that it has as many of the task boxes. I think those are more along the sides. But I don't know because I didn't investigate. That's just not a format that has ever worked well for me. But what is different with the Plum paper is that you can add in sections. And you can add in notes for each month. So for example, in each month I had added my bills to keep track of my finances and what I paid and when. And my monthly cleaning schedule. That's a goal for 2017 is to be better about my cleaning. But then you can add in sections. So I've got my budget. They do actually specifically call out and have a direct sales section, and I'm going to pull that up so that you guys can see exactly what it is to find out if it would be good for you. So up here you have your monthly goals, your monthly to-dos, incentives that you have offered your customers or your VIPs, who earned those incentives from you. I'm trying to read upside down, sorry. Monthly stats, so your goal and what you actually came across, what you worked and what didn't. And then down at the bottom you have your party schedule. On the flip side of the page, it's a monthly overview. And this is the monthly overview for each day, each month. So they're the same front and back for the direct sales section. And then at the end of it, I want to get to where it switches over. They're color coded. So you have your party planning list with your hostess information, party summary, pre-party checklist, post-party checklist, what bookings you received, the recruits, and any notes that you have from that party. There's several pages of that. Then you have a to-do list for your area, and I just realized that I didn't really show you the party planning page. So that is what the party planning page looks like. And if it would help you, you can determine that yourself. And if these are showing up backwards for you, I'm really sorry. Then your monthly tasks that you have, inventory, cleaning up your website, cleaning out your orders, cleaning out your contacts. They're organized by task over here, and then January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, etc., to mark them off as you complete them each month. It has a mileage tracker in here for you to keep track of traveling to your parties or your training events. There is a passwords section in here for the various different websites that you will order from. Amazon, Vistaprint, your hostess portals, 31, all of those good things. All of our Etsy sites, our planner sites, etc. Then beyond the passwords, we have hostess contact information for you to stay in contact with them. We have lead contacts for you to stay in contact with your positive leads. And then consultant contacts. Who are your team members that you need to keep their contact information in that handy? Now, a lot of us have this in electronic format, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also prefer to have a paper copy because, you know what? Phones go dead, iPads go dead. And then I don't have the information, and I find that that's when I need it. Income and expenses, keeping track of your receipts. Jot it down in here, file away the receipt, you have it to go back to. At the end of the expenses section, there's a monthly expense breakdown so that you can keep track of these by month and refer back to it when you're doing your taxes. Your income, expense, what you've been giving, what you've been saving, and the debt that you incurred is tracked for each month. Additional sections that you can add on, and I didn't add everything. They also had, I believe it was meal planning and fitness sections. Those weren't going to go in mine because my business is more important. If I get around to my fitness, I tend to do that on my own and don't want to be nagged about and reminded. But the other sections that I put in here are blog posts because I do have a blog going for both my service dog training and the Service Dog Academy that I work with as a volunteer. Then I just had the notes section put in. So it's just note pages for me to keep track of various different notes. I've started keeping track of places that I have gotten discounts to order my stuff through. So Plum Paper has a discount that's applicable to me. Some of the Etsy shops for the planning stickers have given me discounts because I've been ordering a lot. So that is where I started there. And then they have calendar overview at the very, very end of the next year. They have the holidays, and then there's a contact section for you personally to keep track. Soldier, my dog is being silly, I'm sorry. And then at the very end, they also have a bound in folder section that is just paper and reinforced. Now the pros and cons between the two, I prefer the heavier weight Erin Condren cover. It gives me more support and stability and feels more secure in the binding. This does feel secure in the binding, but one, it's a pain to get all these flexed into their little spots and hold in, and it just feels flimsy. So if I'm picking it up and holding it, it doesn't do it because I have such a thick one, but it does flex and bend. The Erin Condren really doesn't flex and bend. So if I were to be using this writing on my knee, for example, taking notes during a training or something, it would need something underneath it to be stable. I love the fact that you can personalize different sections and add those in and have the direct sales as a priority and a reminder in that in your life. So overall, I like the covers better of the Erin Condren and the accessories that are available through Erin Condren. But I like the format and the quality of the paper better with the Plum Paper. So there are pros and cons to both. Take a look at what are priorities and what are important to you in what you're doing. And what works for me might not work for everybody else. My dog lost his bone. He's very upset, sorry. But that's basically the overview of those two. Now, either later this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm going to try and also tape just some generic ones, day timers and generic planners that I found at Michael's that are the more affordable options, but also can work for your business and your family. So I want to take a look at those too. So if you are starting out, that you don't have to go big. You can start out small before you move to this level. I've been doing planners and planning for years. It's been an obsession. So finding these this year was actually like, for me. Sorry to be so silly, but it's early in the morning. If you have any questions, shoot them to me. You can also follow, I actually created a YouTube channel just specifically for my planner stuff. Who's obsessed with planners? So it's PlanPerfect31. Also has an email address, planperfect31@gmail.com, and that's what the Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook will also be. Soldier, no. He's really upset about the phone. So thanks for being patient with my dog making noise. If you have any questions, shoot them to me. I'm happy to answer, and have a great